Hi guys, welcome back to Tigre Gitana. My name is Abby, and today we are going to be doing the sacral healing video for the week of the 15th to the 22nd, but I'm only going to be using the Manara deck for this. I'm changing up how I'm doing the readings just a tiny bit. I'm not going to be using the Manara and the Tarot Sexual Magic for the sacral chakra anymore. I'm just going to use the Manara deck because I feel like it embodies the darker aspects of the blockages and stuff. So that's the deck we're going to be using, as well as the Zodiac Oracle, because I do like getting those downloads from that deck. So stuff that's happening this week. Moon is currently in Capricorn, which I love because you guys know I'm a Capricorn. And it also falls in my 6th house, so it's always like, you know, serving others. So here I am giving you guys readings. So a couple of things that I will note. I am going on, I want to say vacation, but it's not. It's kind of like a workation, kind of like a vacation, but it's actually a spiritual retreat. So I will be going on a spiritual retreat next week. So the videos are going to be a little bit different. I'm actually going to do one video doing the chakra spread instead of doing all of the videos separately, just because I might not have enough time to do all of them, and I know that. So it's going to be one video. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm probably gonna put a lot of videos up. We'll see throughout the time that I'm there. We'll see, because spiritual retreats are spiritual retreats. I might not. I may. We'll see. When I have free time, I'll see what I'll do. But for the most part, I'm gonna be going on back to Grenada on another retreat with Tatiana Tarot. And it's gonna be so much fun seeing her again. I went on her retreat with Holistic City Life early this year in March, and that's how I met like all the girls, and we've been like really close ever since. And it's just kind of nice going back, because it just feels like, I mean, they're all not gonna be there. I'm the only one out of the group that's going back, because I'm gonna do the photography for the retreat. But I'm gonna miss my girls. I miss the island though. It's just such a great escape. So that's my little tidbit about next week. Also, there's not going to be, or maybe I'll post an ancestor video for next week. I'm gonna do one tonight, but next week might not be able to, because I'm gonna be in another country, and I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do everything, but we'll see. I'm just not promising anything. So for this week, for our sacral space from the 15th to the 22nd, what are our blockages? What are our blockages for our sacral space? We have Capricorn, then Aquarius, then Pisces. Okay, that's interesting. The first card out is the Hermit, and this is interesting because it came out for our root chakra. So for our root chakra, it came out as what we need to do to heal. For our sacral space, it came out as a blockage. So the Hermit as a blockage, and this is funny because it was coming up this week for some readings that I was doing for people. The Hermit as a blockage means that you're inside too much and you need to like come out. Like if you've been struggling with if you've been struggling with, oh, you're not in a relationship, you're not in like anything, and you want to be with someone, or you want to explore your sexuality, or you want to like whatever, like whichever way it manifests. It's like whether you want to come out of the closet, whether you want to go out with someone, where you want to have sex with someone, whether you just are internalizing mentally all of your sexual fantasies, or like all of your passion. Like your passion's just pent up. It's like built in there mentally, because this is mental energy. Do not forget, this is Mercury ruled. Virgo is earth ruled. It's Mercury in earth form. So this is very much about the body. This also tells me that this has something to do with health. So sexual health, which is interesting. Some of you may have, because I know this came up a couple weeks ago, some of you may have found out, well actually last week, that you were sick, and now you are kind of hermiting away through that kind of issue. Virgo rules health and healing. So hermiting away can be a good thing, or it can actually be a bad thing, depending on what it is that you're doing. And the reason for this is that there's both a positive and a shadow side to each sign, and the energy as well. So the way you use it can be different. You can literally hermit your way by thinking all the negative thoughts and making the whole situation worse, by beating yourself up mentally and then making the process of you being sick worse. And it's crazy that I said in the reading last week that some people were going to find out that we're going to be sick, because I actually got sick. I got a cold last week, and it was kind of crazy, because the thing about it was that, and I know this was spirit protecting me, but I was sick. But it's like, you know, when you take like Dayquil and NyQuil and shit, and it just, all you do is you're gonna be blowing your nose and stuff. That's literally was me. Like, I had the nose, like, I had to blow my nose out a lot, but I didn't feel like my throat wasn't bad. I didn't feel any of the after of, like, the in effects of me being sick. Like, spirit had my back on it. I was just like, and I was doing a lot of work with Sekhmet, so, and she does rule over healing, so I was doing a lot of just like praying and stuff, and just like, I was generally fine. It's just my nose was driving me crazy. And it wasn't even that bad. Like, I wasn't like, ugh. It was mostly like I had to blow my nose every like goddamn 15, 20 minutes or something like that. So I'm just like, okay. But compared to that, with how bad I've gotten sick before, when I've had colds and stuff like that, it was nothing. It was really nothing. So that was kind of interesting how that showed up in the reading last week. This week, some of us are hermiting, depending on the level of what you found out last week. Some of us are going to be hermiting on that information. So bottom of the deck for this right now is the moon and the mirror. Okay, that's how we're feeling, I guess. The next two, well, actually, we're going to talk about all of these in a second. So with the hermit, it's very much whatever way you're mentally reacting to your sickness. Are you having positive thoughts? Are you having negative thoughts? Apparently this week, since it's in the blockage, you're kind of having negative thoughts, and you're kind of beating yourself up mentally about it. Or you're stuck on sexual frustration, because don't forget, it's the sacral space has a lot to do with that creative. It has to do a lot with trauma, but it also has to do with a lot of sexual energy. So some of us are going to be very sexually frustrated this week, to the point where we're kind of want to do something about it, but we're not moving. And it's funny that the next two cards are the Five of Pentacles and the Hierophant in reverse. So it's kind of like, we're not out with people, we're trying to kind of be detached. We're being detached, even though we have this fire in there. Like, we're very much like, for those who are going to be very goddamn horny this week, you're doing this to yourself, basically. But there's a level of, we're not hanging out, we're not seeing anybody, we're not putting ourselves out there, so we're not reaping any benefits from the situation. Our outcomes is the Page of Swords. So there's definitely a need to say something, to communicate, whether that is to change your mentality about the way you feel about your body and how you're reacting to whatever sickness was manifested. You are also in need to come out of this shell and speak what you need to speak, ask out who you need to ask out, say what needs to be said. Really just mentally act. Is like, there's a lack of movement. That's the Eight of Wands right there. There's a lack of movement, and the lack of movement just becomes a blockage, and that's not fun. So how do we best heal this space, the sacral space, this week? How do we best heal the sacral space this week? Ooh, okay. Queen of Swords, of course. I mean, we done just talked about this. How do we best heal this space? I love this deck, by the way, because I love this card, because my hair is kind of like this, and I just feel like I look like her a little bit. How do we best heal the sacral space this week? Ooh. Okay. Queen of Wands. There is a need to kind of say what needs to be said, and also not be afraid to be goddamn sexual. The Queen of Wands is a very, very sexy beast. It's a very, very sexy beast. Very sexy beast. And there's, okay, Six of Cups, Four of Pentacles. So really taking a chance in the matter that you actually, where you actually feel something. There's healing to be had in the spaces that we actually get passionate about. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups and the Four of Cups. So we are kind of like blocking ourselves away from a situation that's like, that we know we feel very passionate about, very passionate about, but we're like kind of just in our heads about it for some reason. That's like really the blockage, is like we're not talking, we're not going into our social groups, our friends, and we're not hanging out, we're not like putting ourselves in the position where we could actually have the conversation that needs to be had. There is a distance here. That's not, it's just not a fun distance. I'm just gonna keep it 100. It's not a fun distance. And the way to heal that is not only to come into your power verbally, say what needs to say, come out of the damn closet, say what needs to be said in the situation, say how you feel, be straightforward. Because there's a lot of passion that's just building there. There's like there's a lot of sexual frustration this week. There's a lot of passion that's built there, and it's not coming from it's not coming from like, not even selfishness. It's not coming from negative emotions. It's not coming from it's just very honest. This is a very honest love. The Six of Cups with the Four of Pentacles is like something that's a little bit more grounded, something that you feel so genuine about that you can actually keep for a while. You know what I mean? And like this sulking, the sulking is not cute. The sulking is not cute. It's just not. It's not. And it's not doing anything for our sacral space this week. No. No. So there is a need to say what needs to be said. And for those who are going through the whole sickness thing, count on your family. Communicate. Be social. Let other people be there for you. Don't just like hide away and like and sulk. Don't do that. Like, make it your priority to live the best goddamn life you're gonna live at whatever point or whatever it is that you found out. Make it your goddamn, like, the Queen of Wands is very much that Leo, that fire, Sag, Aries energy. It's very much like, okay, you know what, this happened to me, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm mentally gonna just, I'm gonna live my life. If I have whatever long to live or whatever the case may be, there is a, okay, so I'm gonna do what I've always wanted to do then, because what is the point of me wasting time now? There needs to be a switch of mentality here. It's like it's a new fire that needs to be lit. A new fire that's like all the stuff that's been building up underneath that you're like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I can't even say the thing. No, you can say it. You can say the thing. You feel free to say what you need to say. It's totally fine. Feel free to say what you've been holding on to deep inside. It's totally fine. You need to say the thing. Say the thing. That's it. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Moon is in Cap right now. Then it's gonna go into Aqua. Then by the end of the week, next week, it should be in Pisces, which is gonna be really nice because I'm gonna be I usually do work with Yemaya when the moon is either in Cancer or Pisces, because she rules both of those energies, which is like the ocean energy. And so I'm gonna actually be in Grenada by the ocean, so I'm going to be doing some stuff and I'm excited, and some healing stuff. And this is kind of a great time to do Queen of Wands is also very Oshun energy, but there's a good, wow, that is crazy. There's a good the Cancer card just came out, so I just thought that was fucking crazy, because I was just talking about this. But there's a good, actually no, I'm gonna take that card. There's a good this is a really good week to just nurture yourself, and that is what this is. nurture yourself this week. Nurture the fuck out of yourself this week. Also work with the moon. Especially because right now it's like feelings are getting processed, but there's a lot of sexual tension here building, and it's like that water energy, and you're just gonna get hit by that wave that you've been building for a while. Like, don't get dragged by the current. Just flow with it. Work with your emotions. Nurture yourself this week the way you really want other people to treat you, because this is the essence of Cancer. It's like, why are you not treating me the right way? They rule this emotion. So switch, get out of the mental space of, oh, I need to be internal and retreat, and just like come out of that and say what needs to be said. This is like very much like almost Gemini, like, come out, say what needs to be said, say the thing, do the thing, do the thing. So nurture yourselves this week, especially if you are sick. If you found out that you're sick, don't let that beat you. Like I said last week, you can heal yourself. Everybody in this world has the power to heal themselves. So switch your mind space from, I can't do anything because society has told me that this is the limit, to, no, you know what? My whole game is changing now. If this is the truth of my reality, this is how I'm gonna live now. Don't block yourself from yourself. You know what I mean? And for those who are gonna be very sexually frustrated, work through that the best way you can. I've been meaning to make a video about certain things that you can use to like release some of your sexual energy and like flow and heal that as well. I'm gonna do that, but don't hide. It's crazy because the Queen of Wands in this is Aries. Don't hide from your sexual energy. Don't listen. Don't flow with it. We're sexual beings. We manifest through this shit. Make yourself orgasm to the life that you fucking want to live. It's a really great way to manifest, and also heal some stuff, because then it's just like you're not actually thinking about the negativity that's there. You're just like manifesting your, trust me, just trust me on that one. But nurture yourself this week and come out of the cave, please. The world needs you, and you need yourself. Okay. I will see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe and all the good stuff. Mwah.